Hey everybody, it's April here again, and a few minutes ago I showed you how to do a wet distress on this cabinet in another video, and now I'm on to waxing, so I thought I would just show you really quick how I wax. Now, I see threads all the time on Facebook and get questions all the time, and I'm just always blown away. I don't understand. I don't need any power tools to buff. I don't need, waxing isn't a hard thing, so hopefully we can help you out a little bit and stop the waxing madness. But anyway, because I love me some wax. So here's Annie's wax. I'm using clear. I know it's a shocker because I'm always using dark, but it's okay, I'll be fine. Here's the clear wax. Here's Annie's brush. You know it's Annie's brush because it has her name on it. This is the large wax brush, and I love these brushes. They make it so easy to wax. So I'm just going to show you how quick and easy. The other thing I have is paper towels. I am using today Scott's Rags in a Box because they're white and my piece is white and they come in a big box, so I can use a whole bunch of them, and there's like 200 towels in a box, so they're fabulous. So I'm just going to start with loading up my wax brush, and I'm just going to get about that much on there. Can you see that? Now I have a big section here, so this side has been waxed, this side hasn't. So I'm going to go ahead and get started right here, and I'm just using the angle of the brush. I'm doing this slow so you can see this way and that way. Because these have the angle on them, you're able to just get into all of the little nooks and crannies really easily. Now, when you're waxing on white paint, this is old white on this piece, and you'll be able to see it darkens a little bit, becomes a little bit transparent, and that's okay, that's normal. It's going to go back to normal after it's dried a bit, so it just does that. So again, I loaded up my brush, and I really I just use enough wax and spread it until it's done spreading. And I don't do huge sections, so I did this section right here and a little bit right here. I'll do a little bit more, and then I'll probably go ahead and wipe it off. I think one of the mistakes people make is that they do too big of a section, like maybe this whole door or something, and then try to go back and wipe it off, and that's a little too hard. The other thing I do is, as I have a little buildup of wax on there, I'll actually use the brush at a little bit of an angle and just kind of pull it down, because then it picks up on my brush and I can redistribute it in another spot rather than wipe it off on my towel and waste it. So I've just picked it back up on my brush. Now I'm just going with my rag, and I'm just going to go ahead and wipe with about just a medium amount of pressure. I'm not putting a whole bunch of pressure on this, and you can feel when the rag stops dragging and it just starts to glide, then you know you've wiped off enough. Now I did half of that. You can see this half, and this half isn't done. If I really wanted to, I could do the whole door, but I wanted to kind of show you. And I like to do small sections. I don't like to do very big sections. So, but we'll just get this done so I can show you the next step I'm going to do. So again, I just wipe that on there. It's really no more effort than when I'm painting. Really not much more effort than that at all. So I'm constantly getting clean spots on my rag right at first, then I can just go over it and wipe it off. And it should feel nice and dry. It shouldn't feel tacky or sticky. And so I'm going to go ahead now and show you the next step, because everybody knows that I can't do anything without at least a little bit of dark wax. So here's my dark wax and here's an artist brush. And I'm gonna first just go, because this is white. If this was on another color, I probably wouldn't do this step, but I'm just got a little bit more, just a little bit on the tip. And I'm just gonna put some wet wax in those grooves. So that's wet. And now I'm just gonna dip my little artist brush into my dark wax. And I kind of just rub it on the side to make kind of a chisel. And then I can go and add that dark wax right where I want it with this little brush. And what this is going to do is just give us just a little extra depth and dimension to the piece and make it not quite so flat. Make it look a little bit aged. I don't have to go to town. I know everybody's shocked that I'm just using a tiny bit of dark wax. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm kind of a dark wax kind of gal, but this piece is just getting a little bit. So then I've got my rag, and because I had that fresh wax in there, it's going to come right off anywhere where I want it to. Now I put that dark wax in there for a reason, so I'm not going to worry too much about going and getting every bit of it out. But there I go. And I can go back and add just a little bit more detail up here. Again, we didn't want this overly antiqued. I just want a little bit of depth and dimension to it. So let me bring you up closer. You can see just a little bit of extra something going on in those cracks. So it's not just plain and boring like down here. Hopefully you can tell the difference. There you go with some dark wax in that groove and not. Okay, well, hopefully you can see that and you can tell that it made a difference, because it did. So anyway, waxing's not hard. Repeat after me. Waxing's not hard. Okay. If you're still having struggles, go visit your stockist. Give them a call and see if they have a wax workshop. Those are super helpful. Maybe just their 101 class, they can help you go through it with that. Some stockists are more than happy to just walk through if they have a paint bar in their store. We all have our individual styles and different setups in our store, and so with some of us it's easier, some of us have a harder time having the availability to do that. But hopefully your stockist will be able to just help you walk through waxing something really quick and help you troubleshoot. Because chances are there's just some little trick that he or she knows that can help you make a big difference. But hopefully that helped, and we can all have happy waxing and not tired shoulders and arms, and we don't have to use any power tools to do this, unfortunately, because I really like power tools. But so that's waxing, and I hope that helped, and we'll just talk to you soon. We'll see ya. Bye.